Hello dear students. In the sequence of integral transform, today we will discuss problem based on application of Fourier transform. So this is our second lecture based on application of Fourier transform. So in this sequence we take the example based on application of Fourier transform. The problem is solve del u by del t equal to del square u upon del x square when x is greater than 0, t is greater than 0, subject to the condition is u of 0 comma t equal to 0, and the second condition is 1 when 0 less than x less than 1, and 0 when x is greater than equal to 1 when t equal to 0, and the third condition is u of xt is bounded. Since u at x equal to 0 is given, taking Fourier sine transform of both sides of the equation, so the result is under root 2 by pi 0 to infinity del u by del t sine of pt dx equal to under root of 2 by pi 0 to infinity del square u upon del x squared sine of px dx. Here is the result after taking the Fourier sine transform. Now d by dt of under root of 2 by pi 0 to infinity u of xt sine of px dx in left hand side, and the right hand side becomes under root 2 by pi as it is, and this part, as we have already discussed in type 1, this is integration by parts, so it becomes del u by del x sine of px 0 to infinity minus p of 0 to infinity del u by del x cos of px dx. So first part, again the first part of integral becomes 0, the rest of part is multiply here minus p of under root 2 by pi 0 to infinity del u by del x cos of px, provided del u by del x tends to 0 as x tends to infinity, assuming that u of s p comma t equal to under root of 2 by pi 0 to infinity u of xt sine px dx, or d by dt of us equal to minus p of under root 2 by pi u of xt cos px 0 to infinity plus p of 0 to infinity u of x comma t sine px dx. So here minus p as it is, the first part of integral again becomes 0 under root 2 by pi u of xt plus p of us, assuming u of xt tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. By boundary condition 1, we get d by dt of us equal to minus p squared us, because this part of result becomes 0. So that implies d by dt of us plus p squared us equal to 0. This is equation number 1. Now the general solution of equation 1 is u of s p comma t equal to c1 e to the power minus p squared t. This is equation number 2. First we find the general equation of equation 1, d by dt of us plus p squared us equal to 0, and here is the general solution u of s p comma t equal to c1 e to the power minus p squared t. This is equation number 2. Now taking the Fourier sine transform of boundary condition 2, we get u of s p comma 0 equal to under root 2 by pi 0 to infinity u of x comma 0 sine of px dx. Now it is given the boundary condition 0 to infinity becomes 0 to 1 and 1 to infinity, so under root 2 by pi becomes the first integral becomes 0 to 1 u of x comma 0 sine of px dx, and the second part is 1 to infinity u of x comma 0 sine px dx. as given in boundary condition u of x comma 0 is 1 when the limit is 0 to 1. So the result is under root 2 by pi as it is 0 to 1, and u of x comma 0 is 1 sine of px dx plus 1 to infinity, and u of x comma 0 becomes 0 at limit 1 to infinity sine of px dx. After that, us p comma 0 becomes under root 2 by pi minus of cos px divided by p, limit is 0 to 1, becomes under root 2 by pi, and when we substitute the limit it becomes 1 minus cos p divided by p. This is equation number 3rd. Now taking t equal to 0 in equation 2 and using the equation 3rd, we get us of p comma 0 equal to c1, and c1 equal to under root 2 by pi 1 minus cos p divided by p. Now putting the value of c1 in the equation 2, we get us p comma t equal to under root 2 by pi 1 minus cos p divided by p, and the value of c is this e to the power minus p squared t. Now taking inverse Fourier sine transform, we get u of xt equal to 2 by pi 0 to infinity 1 minus cos p divided by p e to the power minus p square t sine px dx. So this is the required solution of the problem with the help of boundary value condition. Thank you.